It is, okay. Let's do this. We can do this. Alright. Assuming I've done that right. Big assumption. Uh, I'm gonna check if that's correct. If I've done this right. I have. Okay. Hello. um, this has an interesting story behind it. And also, I used like AO3 10 minutes ago to try and get the hang of the search system. I did not. I don't know how to search things on here, but I am going to try. Also, if you hear any noises, that's my parents. I've closed the door. I have no other control over that. Um, just, uh, so yeah, let's see. Let's just see. I think, fandom? Any status? Am I doing this correctly? I hope I'm doing this correctly. There we go. Should we do a crossover one first, or just a regular one? Or should I just pick one at random and, see what we get? Right then, the, let's do this one. Ah, nothing shows up. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm either using this wrong or that has nothing in it. Tags? No. Search works? That okay, yes. Yes. Okay. So, let's do single chapter because I am empires. SMP. I'm also gonna add in Hermitcraft because I feel good about including that in. By the way, if anyone has like any amount of suggestions for like a fanfic or whatever, throw them my way. That would be nice. That is something I would like on. I am not experiencing that. Characters. This. I'm just having whatever will get me the quickest results. Shall be agree. You would think I would know how to type gem at this point. Gem. One would think. How do you write? How do you write? I should know how to write Catherine. I don't know. It showed up. There we go. All right. Let's add Solidarity. Okay, there we go. I'm not gonna add anything here. And we're just gonna see what comes up. Ooh. Ooh, that. Okay. Um, and how many? This is one chapter, right? Should be. Um, you know, it showed enough that it should be over vaguely quickly. Um, so let's just get this show on the road, and whatever happens, happens. Uh, I'm also gonna say this now. Uh, Trigger warnings for uh, like major character death, and I'm pretty sure self deletion is also in here somewhere. Just gonna assume it's in here because I read it, and I would rather warn people than and be wrong than not warn somebody and not. Yeah, here it is. Um. All right. So, uh, I will not be reading the introduction, and oh no, this is all. This is literally all. Okay. Went through the for nothing. Cool. That's neat. Where is the? Oh great, I have to type that again. Nice. You know, it's just generally Swords for Empires SMP, and see what we have. Um, okay. Uh, okay, I have. You're gonna have to excuse me. I'm not comfortable with my hotkeys. Open. Maybe without the story. Uh, so what's this? John. Okay. Major character death. This seems like a good place to start. Yep. This seems like a good place to start. No, close the door. Okay. This seems like a good place to start. Summary. Let's just go through this finally. Sorry it took so long. I don't know. Oh no, I figured that out. Thank you, Mushroom. I used like 10 minutes to figure out the very basics of this site and then just jumped in. I spent like okay. So let's just get started. There's major character death with, of course, it's Emperor's SMP, but I don't think there's anything else. I mean, if this it does include Scott, so I'm guessing you all know how Scott is in one ends, and I'm not gonna not gonna say anything, you know? Okay. Summary. Well, the world is ending. Pix is gathering all his power. All of it. He knows he needs... Pah, he needs every scrap, for the world has begun... was being torn apart. Also, I am going to fuck this up at some point. I'm not good at speaking. I hope that's not too bad. Okay, moving on. And with it, his friends. Pix is the prophet of death, the Copper King, the vigil keeper of Pixandria, the brainsel hoarder of Empire Stimpy, and he will not let his fellow rulers die. Pfft. Okay. So, let's get started. While the world is ending, Pix is gathering his power. We just read this again. As Pix grows in strength, the vigil glows brighter, the lanterns springing ever fast. The Harvest Queen is dying, it whispers to him. Save her. Speaking is not cool. He nods, and as Pearl's soul leaves her body, and a piece of sausage leaves with her, he reaches out. Pearl's soul is like sunshine. The sweet sound of laughter with good friends, hot chocolate late at night, the class and clan of swords against the scythe in a battle well fought, the fierce feeling will of I will protect you. It is a soul tinged with regret, for Pearl left her closest friend behind, and she needs to go back for him. Pearl's soul is strong, and she does not want to go wherever Pix is taking her. She needs to go back to Sausage, her animals, the goose. She needs to save them from dying. To say that, okay, to say that it is a struggle to get her soul into the small wooden sunflower Pix had. I can't hurriedly carved when he realized what he needed to do would be the largest understatement in the world. But she is in there, finally, safe around his neck. Pearl is safe, a bit disgruntled from being shoved into a wooden charm, but now for everyone else. Sausage dies in a wave of magic, a blood spell sweeping across the land. His soul is brave and scared and swirling, twisting with regret and anger. It is dark with nights spent lonely, and bright with laughter and joy. It is determination and love and ambition. It is skill and prowess. His soul is fearful, torn apart with grief, the feeling of I need to save them, I am sorry, I am finishing this. Sausage, like Pearl, needs to return to the realm of the living. I hope I'm doing a good job, by the way. But not yet, the vigil whispers, as Pix infuses an iron dagger with his fellow prophet's soul. It hums this. I'm not trying to pronounce that. At being put into a sheath. The sunflower charm rattling in response. The two souls seem to recognize each other, which, while revolutionary, is very distracting when he's trying to save everybody. Quiet down, he mutters, as he gathers his power for Catherine. The iron dagger vibrates that. Thank you, Mushroom, and hello. Enjoy. I am terrible at speaking. The iron dagger vibrates. Also, my brother will interject at random points. I forgot to mention that. The iron dagger vibrates as that, but it seems to calm down, understanding that he needs to focus. Catherine dies like Per did, as her soul is connected to the Overgrown. The Overgrown dies, so does Catherine's soul. So does she. Catherine's soul is ripped with color and life, pollen and petals, beautiful spring days. It is worried for her alliances and friends and empire, but trusting of the spring, faithful that it will protect her people. Her soul comes willingly with Pix, knowing that the Desert King will keep her and the world safe in their absence. Yeah. Uh, Pix places her soul in a pre- pressed tulip, the flower seemingly growing in Catherine's essence. Glowing. The words are not my strong suit. I don't know why I did this. Pearl and Sausage greet her warmly, rattling and humming happily as he places the flower gently in his pocket, careful not to damage the delicate leaves. He tried, the power of the vigil giving him temporary strength for his last achievement in this world. Breathe, my prophet. You have a moment to rest before more souls come to join you. And so he does, listening to the quiet hiss of the sand on the streets of his empire. The desert is the only sound in this world dying. The only sound in this dying world. His people are inside the anthill, where they will be safe from whatever comes next. His fellow rulers confined to their sole items weigh on him, the charm and dagger, and the flower far heavier than they have any right to be. They shift as he inhales deeply, Catherine's petals rustling in concern. I'm fine, he murmurs, just tired. Another one arrives, my prophet. It is joy, dying as all avians seem to, from a great fall. His soul is sprightful, feathers flashing with color as his heart breaks all over again, this time for the empire he raised from the forgotten and lost. He comes with Pix slowly, unwilling to die, but unwilling to live. Joy is placed into a few feathers he left last time they discussed trade, held together with some string and tied around the handle of the iron dagger. They fluff in words. In I'm just skipping that word before coming as Sausage hums a hello. A cool breeze and the roar of a tsunami marks the death of the Ocean Queen. Her soul is salty and wet, the power of the ocean ready to rage and defend and love. Lizzie is scared, although it is masked by the crashing waves and surf and strength. She is scared for her brother and lover and home, although she doesn't know it. Lizzie, like Catherine, like Pearl, is connected to her ember. The ocean, no queen. Her soul is placed into an odorless shell and glows softly against the sunflower charm. The other rules greet her, their essence filling contently? Uh, huh, huh, huh. 4 more, my prophet, soon you can rest. 4 more? Pix frowns confusedly, but is given no time to swell as his best friend dies. Flip is like explosions, loud and chaotic, but gunpowder that he traded with Pix. He is long nights spent innovating, slow walks through the rose fields, a greeting for each and every villager. Yes. The bubble of health potions for his friends. He is peace and war and family, and he dies from the shock and grief and guilt. The burns covering his face and body, representing so much more than failed experiments. His sister dies with him, even as her heart still beats. Not for long, not for long. He doesn't want to die, for Jem. His dogs, all my fault. No one needs him, but he doesn't want to die. Pix is careful with his soul, placing it gently into a piece of deep slate redstone that he was given to solidify their alliance. The red ore is pulsing sadly, regretfully, guiltily, as it is placed in his other pocket. Waiting for his family, the iron dagger hums and vibrates excitedly, greeting its brother. Philip's pulse is once subdued. Uh, Biggs is aching. He is so tired. The vigil is tired too. Candles flickering and some lanterns falling to the ground. He isn't used to this much power in a very long time, though he might have never used this much before. Jem dies, cradling her brother. They roll off her dragons and cradle of the flames, sending her magic in, in out into the world. Her soul is a warm book that by the fireplace, glittering purple under the sun. The bright flash of magic and hope and love. She is violet and green and red, and she will do anything, everything for her brothers, even if it rips her apart, even if she dies fearful but happy. She dies fearful but happy. Ugh. She is with her brothers. She is with her brother. She has mastered flame, and and Violet has hatched. She is happy even as tears stain her brother's scarf. She is happy even as she mourns. She is happy even though the world burns around her. She is happy as Pix places her into an amethyst crystal, safe beside her brother in his pocket. She glows in a greeting, at peace. Uh, Thank you, but my voice is not nice. Uh, it is not. It's quite shaky currently, actually, because I'm not used to reading out loud, and especially not in English. I don't usually read out in English, so this is an experience. Continuing on, though, the gentle rustle of mangrove leaves and the rich smell of mud brings his youngest alliance home to the vigil. Jimmy dies from his injuries, and he's the cool squish of sunlight dancing on still water, the flicker of cod scales between the lily pads, rain on the roof above your bed. He is laughter and screams and insults and love and so much joy for his emperor and his family. Jimmy's soul is tainted with guilt, crushing him. All my fault, for he knows he caused this, that it is a coward's choice to run from the apocalypse. The swamp mourns his death, as he is placed in a copper-colored charm hanging from Pix's neck. He pauses in time with Pix's heart as the other rulers welcome him. He will be missed. No. Joel's death is the crack shattered of terracotta, the bloom of azalea leaves, the waves of heat across the mesa. His prideful boasting and well thought out gifts, soaring ceilings and colorful dyes. The Mad King is love and joy for his family, his country, himself. He is brightness and life and shadows and the sun casts on the ground. He is lush moss and sand, the color of blood. He dies of the grief and shock and sadness, crumbling like the ground in his palace, shaking like the world around him. His soul is placed in a terracotta shard, the remnant of a vase Joel had made for him to solidify their alliance. It was smashed when the first few earthquakes had hit. There's probably a metaphor in that, but Pix can't be bothered to consider it right now. The sword cracks from its place beside the nautilus shell, relieved to know its soulmate is safe. Give me a minute to give my voice a little break, and I'll continue reading. Pix collapses onto the hard brick, gasping for air as the last of the ladders fall into the ground beside him. The rulers rattle in concern for their friend. I'm fine, guys. That was a lot. You have done well, my prophet. Are you ready to move on? Wait. Pig struggles to feel his feet, pulling his trident from his inventory and leaning on it heavily. What about Scott and Shrub? We haven't. Are they still alive? The vigil hums thoughtfully as the vision watches over Pigs. Scott stands in a circle of corruption and ice, the flames dancing over the rooftops of Rivendell, painting the sky red and black. His snowy wings are spread intimidatingly, and his hands clove with his golden-hilted sword in a white-knuckled grip. Across from him stands Zornoth, the hands crackling with red tendrils of corruption, and a smug grin etched across the face. You need me, Zornoth. You can't kill me or you'll die too, Scott says, the tremor in his voice well concealed. That's the word. It's concealed. The demon's grin somehow gets even wider, their mocking tone. Oh. Wait. Oh, I know that. Why do you think I didn't bother you as much as the other rules the first time I was free? They pace closer. Do you realize the layout of the circle you're in? Scott starts looking down at the line of blood he's standing in. Realization dawns on him. He snarls at Zornoth, fiercely bristling his bow. I had plenty of time with that stupid crystal to figure out how it worked, and to improve on that wizard's design, he said with an infuriating smirk. Of course, I did have to speed up my plan a bit after the idiot count set off the explosion that started my ass prison, but I think it worked out pretty nice with the time I had. Zornoth stalks closer until they're face to face with Scott. The line of blood. Yeah, okay. I thought I misread that. I did not. You'll be trapped away forever, brother. They say with another sickening smile. But don't worry. I'll make sure you what your friends begged me to finish them off. Oh God. I won't let you do this, Scott says. The demon laughs. And what are you going to do about it? You still can't use your ice magic properly. All your friends are dead, and your people are too busy trying to escape to notice their beloved sovereign. I'm not attempting to read that last name. Esmeja has gone. You have nothing, and you have no one. Scott takes a breath, clouding the air in front of him as he exhales. Well, he starts saying, I have this. A broad-bladed sword materializes in his hand, the glowing runes inscribed onto the metal pulsing with divine power. A flicker of something that looks like terror flashes in Zornoth's blood-red eyes, and they take a few hasty steps back, watching the sword in Scott's hand. I don't know what this word is. I don't know what it means. It feels important, but I don't know it. So we're moving on. Where did you get that? Scott smiles thinly. He knows that he has the upper hand now. So you know what it is then? You know what it does. Zornoth shakes themselves slightly, their grin falling back into place like a mask, hiding the fear still in their eyes. You're still stuck there. You cannot kill me with it anyway. That's the difference between us. I don't put myself first. And sure, I've made plenty of mistakes. Pigs can practically hear Zornath's eyes roll. Damn, okay. And I've hurt people, but I always did my best. And for the first time in a long time, I finally know what I need to do for my friends. Scott stands straighter, looking more powerful than ever before. He meets Zornoth's crimson eyes in a final challenge. Because I don't need to kill you. Zornoth's eyes widen in terror as the room blades turn in Scott's hands. When I'm right here, no! Break. Because my voice. I'm going to die if I don't take care of my voice. Pig screams. The sword in Scott's hand is now buried up to the hill in the steps, matching the wood is Zorna's chest, spatting blood across the ground. It bleeds in. It blends in with the corruption. Pig thinks deliriously as a holy golden glow surrounds Scott, taking him into Ayor's afterlife. The Virgil whispers as Scott reaches out for a brief moment, brushing the limits of Pix's mind. Scott's soul is dark and cold as a is as dark and cold as a blizzard. Shards of ice, sharp as thorns, creating an impenetrable defense against the world. He is the freezing fury of the screaming winter and the chilling song of the ice he creates effortlessly. But hidden beneath that, like seeds under the snow, there are pieces of Scott that remind Pix of the young elf he first met at House Blossom. He first met at House Blossom, at a House Blossom meeting all those years ago. He is poppies preserved by the frost on the petals, red as blood, staining the snow. Goodbye, Pix. Pix stumbles back, panting. He runs a shaking hand through his hair, trying to collect himself. Oh my, Scott. Oh my, Scott, he whispers in shock. Jem glows dimmer, and Catherine and Jimmy wrestle in mourning for their ally, their friend. The vigil is quiet as its champion gathers himself, shakingly inhaling and exhaling as thick black smoke covers the horizon, and the wind pushes sand across the kingdom, and the world keeps spinning. Pix thinks, even after everything, life goes on. My prophet, the gnome, is leaving this realm. Would you like to see her farewell? Pix stands hurriedly, leaning on his trident for support. Yes, and for the second time, a vision crosses into him. And I'm gonna take a small break. Okay, checking that I have unmuted. I have. Good. Shabo is standing in the middle of a pack of wolves, facing her unlit nether portal. The silver-blue wolf mask he wears when telling his patrol identity as fastened around his face, the eyes glowing softly. Some of the nearby trees and bushes have caught fire, their branches burning and cracking with orange flames. Smoke from the fires growing both here and all across the continent. Continent. The details of the vision. A small tree, closer with time, catches fire, startling both Shrub and the wolves. It spreads fast. Shrub warriors looking at the back at the wildfire. They pull a flint and steel out of their inventory, stepping forward to light the portal. I think I know where we need to go. They mutter, watching the portal activate with purple light. Alright, everybody, Shrub says, looking at her pack sadly. We are going to the Nether. We're never gonna get away. Oh no, we're gonna get away. I hate misreading things. The largest wolf pushes her snout into Shrub's hand, barking softly. Shrub's eyes soften, and she scratches the wolf's ears. No, you can't stop it. We have to leave. We have to let go, he says, walking towards the swirling purple light, the wolves following him like a shadow. They look back one more time, the large wolf beside them, as the other pack members head through the portal. Goodbye, Undergrove. Maybe one day we'll be back. Shrubs turns towards the portal, determination evident in every inch of her posture. But we have some gnomes to find. And without further ado, they step through the hypnotic light of the nether portal into the unknown. Pix leans against his trident again as the vision ends. His legs are shaking. He notices idly, not having the strength to do much about it. The Emperor shiver and snake. Their silent question, one Pix cannot answer. What do I do now? He asks the vigil. Well, it says with a bit of a mirth underlining. Mirth underlining? It's forever a neutral tone. Now you die. Pix have to laugh at that. Some of the soul items rattle in amusement. So just jump off my house, or I will sever the respawn magic between you and Pixandria. That should be swift and painless. Ah, alright. Do you have anything else you would like to achieve in the world? Pix considers the question. He thinks about life as the Copper King, as the Vigil Keeper, as Pixelriff. He shakes his head, setting down his crown around his candles on the vigil. The soul items rustle as he gives his final answer. No. When the Pixandrians come out of their safety after of the anthill, ready to face the apocalypse, they make their way to the vigil. They find their ruler's crown stained with wax, a single burning candle casting flickering light against the copper in the center. Well, that was fanfic number 1. Yeah, okay. I like how they acknowledge that Jem, Lizzie, Joel, and Jimmy shouldn't have died, but you know, it's a good fanfic. I don't read many fanfics. Yeah, that was a good one. Let's move on to the next one. And then after that, or like midway, depending on how much my voice can last, I'm going to go drink some water. Okay, no warnings. Let's see. Guessing this is season 1? I'm guessing this is season 1. Say. Oh, it's, that's a few too many words for me. Oh, this one seems fun. What's this? Oh, I think this is another ending because major character death. Let's see. Yeah, it's the final. Do you want to do another one for the final, or find something, or like do the one above? Because I'm down for either. The final just has less words, which honestly right now sounds more appealing to me. I don't know why. Probably just my voice talking. Uh, I just realized, uh, we could also do ships, which could be fun. Should I look up some ships? Because it was quite angsty. I'm gonna, I'm gonna look up some ships. Why not? I, I don't see why not. Parts of SMP and characters. Wait. One second, please. Okay, back to this. Back to this. Uh, let's do. Let's try and do Nature Wives. Um, if I can remember how to spell Catherine. I don't need to. We have it. Categories. That. Alright. That should be good. Right, this is pure fluff, so we're gonna go with this. Like, okay. Hoping this will be the last time this is muted. Hopefully, if the stream suddenly stops, it's my sister bitching for the computer to do homework. She has a tablet. It works. She can use that. Alright, we're skipping the notes because I I don't know what that is about. It's just about another fanfic, so we're just gonna skip it. Also, this is Nature Wives. I don't think I should mention it considering it's me, but it's Nature Wives. Fluff. Yeah, let's do this. The letter from Catherine had been out of the blue, but Rob was happy to accept the invitation it contained nonetheless. A day at the beach would be lovely, a bit of stress reliever from the chaos of the server right now. They darted around the chest room, grabbing a few necessities for the day. Snacks, a small basket of mushrooms as a thank you gift. They unfurled their elytra, beetle-like wings glimmering in the early morning sun. Catherine proceeded, heading out early, mostly to avoid any other people they might encounter. Apparently Lizzie also promised to keep their section of the beach clear. Shrub doesn't know how the Ocean Queen could do something like that, but it's Lizzie, so who knows? I have no idea. Also, nameless nobody. We have switched. Oh wait, you're so far behind. I, uh, Mushroom, can you tell them that we have switched to the next fanfic and that they've probably paused the video at some point, so they're not caught up with us. If you can't, I'll do it, but I kind of want to continue reading. Thank you either way. Okay, yeah, here I am. They they take to the sky with the crack of a single rocket, taking a look at the home before veering a bit north. Catherine said, "Yeah, I pronounce words weirdly." Catherine said she found a quiet little beach not too far from the undergrove's borders, which makes for a short flight for Shrub. When they land, when they land on its sand, it's quiet. Catherine hasn't arrived. The only sign of life there is a few sea slugs wheeling overhead. Shrub unfur unf I'm not reading that. The basket the blank unfurls the blanket they've brought, setting are setting out near the middle of the beach. They're not too close to the shore since they have no plans of getting wet today, but they aren't so far away that they can't feel the breeze and the sea spray. They've just reclined it reclined out on the blanket, lounging like a sandcat when the Fey Queen of House Blossom arrives, swooping down onto the sand beside Shrub, who leans up to the... Okay, sorry for muting. Um, okay. If we're gonna really... Oh, thank you. I might take that out after this if I have the strength, and I can continue pushing my luck with this. But we shall see. Uh, okay. They just the fake Queen of House Blossom arrives, swooping down onto the sand beside Shrub, who leaps up, grinning, to great Catherine. "Good morning," they chirp as they bound to their feet. Bond to their feet. I I don't know what you expect from me at this point. I've started enough to make this obvious. Catherine beams right back, sitting down on her bag on the sand beside Shrub. "Sorry to keep you waiting," the Fae apologizes. "Ran into a bit of trouble with a stray golem on the way here." "It's alright," the gnome says. "All that matters is that you're here for our beach day. We haven't mixed too much of the daylight yet." They can't help but grin from ear to ear, thrilled to be here no matter what happens. "So what do you want to do first?" "Well," Cuthbert said, drawing it out, "I do have a picnic lunch packed, but I think it's a bit too early for that. We could build sandcastles? Maybe make it a competition." Sobby's eyes light up. Oh, you're on." The gnome dances off down the beach. Catherine laughs and drops on her knees right there where she is standing, starting to pull sand into a pile. She comes as she builds, pausing to laugh when the little gremlin of a gnome comes back dancing across the beach to grab things. This is perfect after the ending fic we just read. I'm gonna point that out. Uh, every so often, a shot of "wee" greets Catherine's ears, along with shrieks of joy when shrub finds a particular shiny shell, or a nice piece of seaweed. She refocuses on her artwork, packing the last amount of sand. She stands, brushing off the sand. A shrub materializes behind her. Oh, that's really cute, the gnome laughs. The seaweed flags are cool. Thanks. How do you do? They gestured down the beach, a bit to Catherine's left. It's over here if you wanna look. When the Fae nods, Shrub leads them both to their castle, a magnificent thing of golden sand, even going beyond how well built it is. Shrub managed to find dozens of gorgeous cells to cover the castle. Little windows, shingles on the roofs, and driftwood debris. Carthen is on the other side. Shrub, this is... Wow! Well, I could have done better if I had more cells and seaweed, but I wanted to leave some for you. They shrugged. Still, this is incredible. How did you learn to build like this? Again, they shrugged. Oh, I don't know. It's just something I'm good at. Oh, wait, hold on. They dust behind the castle for a moment, fully obstructed by how massive it is in the front. They return holding a scallop shell, perfectly intact and glowing a rosy pink in the sun. The prettiest shell on the beach for the prettiest person on the beach. They grinned up at Catherine. Oh my god. My voice does not want to not be squeaky right now, and I'm not going to apologize. It is Nature Wives. You get the best voice you're going to get. She blushes, accepting the shell gracefully. Thanks, Rub. They beam. My pleasure. Catherine tries to change the subject. Do you want to go for a swim when Shrubby's face starts to fall and strictly amends? Can we stay in the shallows, just splash around? That sounds fun. The gnome brightens up again. Race you there. Catherine laughs and takes off, Shrub following behind. Protests of, hey, and no fair, you have longer legs, can be heard from the gnome. But she brushes that off, instead focusing on the sea breeze. Wipe. We don't talk about the fact I can't hide my emotions while talking. Instead focusing on the breeze, wiping her hair about. When only she splashes, when when she splashes into the water does she turn back to look at Trump. The gnome laughs as they join Catherine in the water, shrieking the tiniest bit of how cold it is. Catherine, I can't feel my toes. Okay, I'm muted again. Here we go. And hello, Luna. Okay. Catherine, I can't feel my toes. Neither can I. But it gets better, I'm sure. Okay, but how are you, sir? Because maybe your toes fall off, and that's why they stop being cold. Or maybe they go totally numb forever and ever? They look up at Catherine pointedly. I mean, you might have a point. Exactly, they laugh. A moment of silence. Yes, Silas from League of Legends. A moment of silence passes between the two. Just happy to be there together. There's no need to exchange words. That is until kicks up a small wave of water in Catherine's direction. She shrieks at the water and Shrub laughs, only pausing their giggle to send up another wave. Catherine shrieks in I'm not trying to pronounce that. I'm not trying to kill myself. At the second wave, tossing her on in Shrub's direction as retaliation. Rude, Shrub giggles. Another wave being leveled towards this, their fake companion. The two continue on, the waves of icy water being tossed forth, giggles heard all over the beach. A braid, I'll, 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 albatross, and sea slugs cow overhead, laughing alongside the two in the water. The silvery clouds drift along the cyan sky, providing just a bit of shade. The breeze lightly whistles above the cove, ruffling the hair of the two in the water. Shrub shivers a bit when a brisk dusk of wind socks them, already cold from the water. Can we go back on land now? Their teeth chatter. I'm kinda cold. Shrub looks down at them. Shrub, yes. Catherine looks down on them. Of course, it's almost lunchtime anyway. Come on. She holds out a hand which Shrub takes, and the two schloss away out of the ocean. Once they make it to the shore, Catherine drops Shelby's hand to race forward, pulling two towels out of her bag. Shrub jogs a bit to reach her, being enfolded into the towel the moment Catherine can reach them. You can dry off a bit while I put everything out. You can't have you getting sick today, she chirps, unfolding a picnic blanket to lay out on the sand. Out of the basket comes more food than Shrub was prepared for. Cookies, sandwiches with honey, and freshly baked bread. I don't know why I didn't expect the bread. I should have. I did not expect that. This looks delicious, Catherine. Thanks, I spent all morning trying to get the bread to turn out perfect. She laughed a bit. I burned the first two loaves because I was rushing around packing the rest of the food. Shrub laughs alongside her. Well, thank you for making such a nice lunch. Dig in, Catherine. Catherine drops to sit on the blanket, gesturing for Shrub to join her. The gnome happily obliges, taking a plum. It's perfectly ripe. Crimson purple juices running down their chin. It's sweet and tart. It's sweet and tart at the same time. All at the same time. And it might just be the best plum Shrub's ever had. The cookies are just amazing, somehow still warm as if Catherine had just put them out of the oven. You've got a little something under your face, Catherine said, between laughs, pointing at the gnome's face. There? They wipe their left cheek. She goes, No, you've missed it completely. Here, let me get it. The Fae leans forward, wiping her thumb across Shrub's cheek. Complete opposites from what the gnome had tried. There, I've got it. Catherine starts to pull back when Shrub takes his opportunity. Opportunity to give her a quick kiss on the cheek. The Fae pulls back of it, startled. What was that for? Shrub shrugs. I guess I just felt like giving you a little gift. I have more gifts, of course. This one was the first one. Would you like to see the other? Yes, very gay. But you already gave me the cell, Catherine protests, as the gnome dives into her bag to find something. Nonsense, that was a cheap gift. I just found that one. Aha, here it is. Shrub's muffled voice comes out of the bag before her head pops back up. She's holding a book, leather covered dye, a bright magenta. I made this for you. Catherine takes the book Suze offered, opening it carefully. Nestled with its pages are dozens of red flowers past the pages, with the journal entries in neat handwriting details. Facts about its bloom. Shrub, this is beautiful! She exclaims. She exclaims. Shrub means, yep, just like you. That sends Catherine into a fit of laughter, in which Shrub joins her, laughter echoing around the beach to the sea. Okay, we don't chat. I'm not used to reading fanfics. I'm used to making my own fanfics in school when I'm bored. Just like write whatever. I wrote angst today, by the way. But like I don't read fanfics often. Anyway, I can't do another one right now. That's pushing my luck way too much. I'll try. So I'll either be back tomorrow or on the 4th, which happens to be my birthday. We will see. Hello, Luna. So as I said, I gotta go because I'm pushing my luck continuing this anymore. So I'll either be back like tomorrow or on the 4th because I still have to get the times there because I still have the time stamps for that thing. You probably will. You probably will. I've gotten good at timing things to other people's time zones. But yeah, I'm ending this now. Thank you to everyone who joined. Goodbye.